Assalamu alaikum everyone, my name's Farah Halaby and I'm a professional Muslim life coach. How are you? How are you doing? It's been a couple of days since we celebrated Eid al-Adha. Wherever you are in the world, the 3 days of celebrations generally, I think that they've come to the end now. So wherever you are and whenever you celebrated Eid al-Adha in the last 3 days, I pray that your day was blessed. And I popped on here to share some reflections of my experience of the last few days. And it starts really with the day of Arafah, which in and of itself, a day of amazing blessings. We know it is the best day. It is the best day of the year. It is the best day of the best days of the year. And deciding how I was going to mark that day, deciding how I was going to show up in my life, in the world on that day, I'm drawn to give thanks and to reflect upon the choices that I have in my life. And that's been a reoccurring theme in these last few days, in the way that things have happened in my world that are out of my control. Things have happened around me that are not within my power to dictate, to define, to control. But what is within my power, what is within my capability, what is under my scope of responsibility and accountability is what I do, how I show up, the choices that I make. And those choices in the last couple of days transferred to how I wanted to show up in the face of losing my aunt who passed away on the day of Arafah, and the blessings that we could take, that were taken, that I chose to really focus on in the way in which she passed, the day on which she passed, the, dare I say, the beautiful death that I chose to see in her passing. And that choice, that way of looking at how she lived, how she died, and the people around her, and the people that remembered her, and the way in which we remembered her, it transferred into a road trip of hundreds of miles to go to France with my mum and my brother to attend, subhanAllah, to be able to attend my aunt's funeral, burial, and connect with family, connect with a part of my childhood, connect with members of my family who and people that I had not seen for such a long time. And there's the adage, isn't there? There's the old saying that it's, funerals, and you don't see people except at funerals and weddings. And at this funeral, the vibe, if you like, was so peaceful and beautiful and loving and connecting and, dare I say, joyful, that there were moments of connection, that it was the most beautiful day. People sharing stories, people sharing their experiences, their reflections upon this woman, upon this lady who in her passing had brought together so many people who have not been in the same room for decades, in a way that we got to not only remember her, but remember a part of us too. So these last couple of days have been a real testament to the blessings of this journey that I've been on, but also a testament to the way in which, when you choose and you see your life and you see everything in it through what you can affect, what you have the control over, and everything else that you don't, how you show up in those arenas, how you show up in those spaces, there is something truly beautiful about that. There is something truly wonderful about that power, because you're no longer trying to change things, to control things that are beyond your scope, beyond your control. And I find that really, really comforting. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us that He will not change the condition of a people until we change that which is within ourselves. He will take care of everything else. He does take care of it all. But how I see the world, that bit within me, that thing that I can change, my look, my outlook, my perspective, my thoughts, my feelings, my experience. And I was humbled and honoured to choose how I show up in the world in these last couple of days, which, like I said, transferred into a long road trip with my mum and brother, visiting with family, reminiscing and commemorating and giving thanks to a wonderful lady who passed away on the day of Arafah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless her, forgive her sins, and enter her into Jannatul Firdaus, and may we all have such a peaceful and beautiful passing. These last few days, I've been doing a lot of thinking, a lot of reflecting, and a lot of giving praise. And it wasn't what I expected to be doing these last couple of days. It wasn't the Eid that was expected. It wasn't celebrated in the way that I thought we would. And I am truly, truly grateful to have had this chance and this opportunity to really put into place, into action, the gift that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us all, the greatest gift that He gave us all, the gift of free will, the power to decide, to choose how we show up, what we do, how we live, how we are, who we are. And in that space of choice, and in that space of knowing that whatever happens, Allah's got me, there is that safety, there is that security, and from that space I know that I can handle anything. And this is what my clients go through. It's the process of understanding who we are, how we work, and how we show up in the world, where our power lies, all taken from the Quran and Sunnah. It's the science of the nafs. But this week, the life that I was living, the celebrations that were had, there was a little voice, a little thought throwing that I intentionally was thinking, how do I connect with Allah? How does this connect me with Allah? How can I connect to Allah? And just having that in the back of my mind, just even in the ways in which, when we were stuck in traffic and we were running a bit late to catch our shuttle, and we took a diversion, and being in the car with hardly any sleep, and with my brother, and driving on the wrong side of the road in a foreign country, and dealing with the potential stresses of a long road trip on minimal sleep, high emotion. SubhanAllah, SubhanAllah, SubhanAllah. I am so drawn, and I'm so grateful that it was fine. It was fine. And I know that, maybe years ago, it wouldn't have been. There would have been a lot more arguments. But when you know, and when you feel within your heart who you are, what your purpose is, what we're here for, and we remind ourselves, because we love reminders, because if it was true that we only need telling once, then we'd do the right thing all the time, wouldn't we? But we like reminders. We need to be reminded. It takes a few times for it to sink in, but every time that we are reminded, it's an opportunity. We make a mistake and we turn back. We kind of veer off track, but then we come back, and we're blessed for the journey. So that road trip, it wasn't the destination that was the goal, really. It was the journey with my mum and my brother, talking, reflecting upon being with each other, showing kindness to one another, showing compassion, being there to support one another, and then having at the end the most amazing time, the amazing opportunity to connect with family, to connect with people that we haven't seen for so long, and share in their supported, way of dealing with things. It really was a beautiful experience. Life is funny, isn't it? It's funny what hits you. It's strange what things can sometimes look as if they will derail you. But when you look at things a bit differently, when you come from a place of feeling just secure and safe within yourself, with having that reliance upon, deal with anything. I'm going to go because I just wanted to pop on here and share a reflection, but I'm going to ask you before I do, in your life, what is it that you feel that you can affect? What choices do you feel that you have in your life, that you have the ability to make decisions, that you have the choice in what you do, how you show up, what you do, how you do it? And would you be any different if you felt that you didn't? Like, do you get stressed out? Do you get upset when you feel that you don't have the choice, when you feel that you're not in control of things? And then think about, are they really things that you have any control over? It would be like me getting really, really upset about the weather. I have no control over the weather. Me thrashing about and getting really cheesed off that it's raining on those beads of Pernilla. It's been gorgeous and sunny. But I have no control over the weather. And if I get upset about it raining, it's not within my control. I'm just upsetting myself. So in your life, the things that seem to stress you out, that cause you frustration, that cause you stress, are they things that are within your control? And within those things that you feel that you have no control over, what do you have the control over? What can you see? What can you see as choices that you can make? In the passing of my aunt, I had no control over that. I had no control over when the funeral was going to be. I had no control over when she was, when she passed. What we did have, and what I did have the level of control, was what I do with that information, what I do with that situation, what I do with that opportunity. And I chose to go. I chose to be there. I chose to be there in the way that I was there, showing up in the way that I did. I chose to view her passing through the lens of gratitude and blessing and mercy and kindness and real just subhanallah, subhanallah, subhanallah. So in your life, what do you feel that you have no control over? And in the things that you feel that you've got no control over, what can you control? I'd love to know, because this is what I do with my clients, helping them see where their power actually lies. And if you would like some help, or actually I'll just ask you, what you feel that you have control over and what you can do in the face of that feeling that you don't have no control. What choices can you make? I'd love to know. If you don't want to pop in the comments, that's fine. If you'd like to private message me, I'd love to know. As you know, I'm a bit of a nosy Parker. But if you'd like some help with that, well, you know where I am. And the ways in which you can contact me are in the comments. As always, I pray that you are safe, well, happy and healthy. And inshallah, I will see you again very soon for another little convo. I'm so sorry, I think I may have cut out. So this video may be going out and it might have glitched. I'm not too sure what is going on with my internet today. But again, I can't control that. So inshallah, I pray that you are all safe, well, happy and healthy. And I will pop on again for another little convo another time. But for now, take care. Assalamu alaikum.